Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC, and welcome back to QUANTUS here on the FTOG server. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Dudes, check it out. I've been doing some work around here, just trying to clean the place up some. But then I decided I'm going to bring you guys back in so we can actually do some building on camera. Since you guys apparently like to see me build on camera, which I think is one of the worst things that I can do, because I just end up rambling. But I want to show you guys kind of what we got going on. So I added in the pathway around each one of these donuts, right? So we've got pathway up there, pathway here, and then we got the pathway here. And I started digging out the places that we're gonna put path in down on the very bottom. But I ran out of gravel, so I went and mined some more, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do the whole lower part of this area. But what I'm working on right now is I'm working on putting in supports for these bridge things, and I was using these spruce stairs, but I decided to go ahead and use cobble because I think it just adds a little bit more color to it, and it's not quite as, I don't know, it doesn't blend in quite as much. Because with the can you make it? Yeah. So with the spruce stairs, I am Sprout. The spruce stairs, it just kind of blends in too much with the actual path itself, and I don't really care for that, so we're gonna go with cobble. I think it just pops out a little bit more, and you can kind of just see the supports. It kind of draws your eye to the supports to actually see that, you know, there's something going on here. So I gotta finish doing the rest of these here, and then we've got to, what else? Where else did I put these? I think this is about it. I haven't really worked out a way. Well, I take that back. I did work out a pathway to the top ring over here. So if we follow this one up and around, this will take us to the second ring. And then over here, which we're gonna have to work out some supports over here on this side. But over here I have this path coming up along this side over here, and it runs up. It's kind of a lengthy path, but that's okay. It kind of runs up and around, and then across to here, and then up to the top donut. So yeah, it's a lot of running, and I kind of been thinking a little bit about the center column here, and I think we're actually going to put a canopy on top of it. I feel like it's a little necessary. It's not going to be a huge canopy, so it's not like a huge tree, but it is going to have tree stuff on top of it. But I think I am going to trash the minecart system going up and down. I think what I want to do is just have some blocks coming out like so, probably 3 wide all the way around, or probably just 2 wide, to be honest. I think 3 will be too much, but we're gonna have that way, have it spiral up the center staircase thing here, so we can actually just run up instead of taking this minecart. So the problem is like this minecart is up here, and if I was down on the lower ring, I wouldn't be able to get up here, and I'd have to take the long way around, which is not a bad thing. I like having the long way around, but I would also like a fast way to get up and down too. So we're gonna scrap that idea and save the rail cart system for getting to and from spawn. So I do want to put in a tunnel here that goes off this way and then kind of connects up to, I have to figure out how to connect it up to Non-Sanity's little train station thing over there, but it shouldn't be too bad. Either that, or we may just make like just a tunnel, because I mean spawn is literally on the other side of this mountain here. It's about like 25-30 blocks away, so maybe a rail cart isn't really necessary. And somebody put worms in my garden. Wonder who did that. Link, maybe? Who put worms in my garden? But yeah, so that's what we're working on right now. I just want to finish up doing the supports and stuff for these bridges and all that. So I got some to do down here, and then I've got some to do up on the top, so it shouldn't take too long. But I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out real quick, and then we'll come back and we will talk more about the centerpiece, because I got a pretty cool idea, but we may have to go do some mining to get the block that I want. I was gonna show you guys this. A zombie spawned inside of my Tinker's tank, and I have no idea how he got here, but I named him. Now unfortunately you can't see it through the glass, but he is Forge Master Ted, and he just stays in there and he keeps all our metals nice and warm. So I ended up putting a sound muffler, yeah, right here, because he was making a lot of noise. But I think that's kind of funny, man. I don't know why or how he spawned in there, but he's there. So yeah, I've got pretty much all of our supports done, and I think it actually looks much better now that you can actually see kind of the curve of them. We could use some of the ones from Architecture Craft where it's actually like rounded, not rounded, but like curved. Not even curved, it's like a diagonal. But I like the stairs. I'd like to keep it just you know, fairly vanilla if we can, and I think that kind of pulls the whole thing off a little bit. So one of the things I do want to do too is I want to connect a pathway up here to a room, and maybe we can connect it up to our base since it's at about the same level. That wouldn't be bad. It's not really necessary, I suppose, but might be faster for Link. If he decides to come this way, he could just run this way and maybe run straight to spawn. Or maybe this could be like a back entrance to Pie in the Sky or something. I'm not sure. But on to talking about this. What I wanted to do with this guy is we're going to have to replace all these because I had to chisel and bits them out. The reason I did that is because when you're in the minecart and you're coming around the corner, you get like a black flash. It's like where you can't see for a second. You're inside the block. So if by just taking out one part of this block here with chisel and bits and stuff like that, it cleared that up so you could actually see when you're going up and around. But nonetheless, we gotta fix that. And what I wanted to do is we want to make just a platform that goes up and around, right? And what I was thinking is I want to use a block that I have none of, unfortunately. That's just kind of the way it works, but we're gonna have to go mine some. But I want to use the limestone. I think that I want to use the limestone. So let's go see. I think somebody is using it down in, maybe it was mistaken in her tunnel. Let's just fly down here. There's a lot of stuff going on at spawn right now. There's non-sanity's thing, but over here I think somebody's using, I think she's using it inside the tunnel, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, this one here. So this is limestone from Quark, and the reason that I want to use this block is because it kind of looks like, you have to use your imagination, but it kind of looks like mushroom, like fungus. And you see those trees that kind of have like those little platform mushrooms or platform fungus growing on the sides of trees and stuff like that, and that's kind of the feel that I want to put on that big trunk that goes up the middle of our donut rings. So I think it'll look kind of cool. We may have to I'm hoping you can make slabs out of it. So limestone, yeah, so it does look like we can make slabs, so that'll be good. But we're going to have to go mine quite a bit of it. So I am going to head into the mining world, I suppose, and spend a little bit of time, gather what we need, and then we can come back and put this whole thing together. Well, I give up on trying to find limestone. I don't know where it spawns or anything like that. I didn't come across any, and I scoured that entire mine. But I did find quite a bit of gravel, so that's good. I can always use more gravel for paths. Sweet, sweet gravel. But, yeah, so I guess maybe we'll just do kind of a placeholder block for the time being, because we got this magnetic craft limestone, and it looks okay, but it's a little bit more gray. The Quark limestone is kind of yellowy brown looking, and I guess this isn't bad, but I can't make slabs out of it, which is a problem. I don't want to use chisel and bit slabs because those are, oh hey, hey, I do have some, not much of it though. I guess we could start with this. Let's see. Let's make those slabs. Let's just lay this down. Yeah! Yeah! That's what we want. That looks good. Oh, I can't hear anything in here because the sound muffler. That's a little weird. But, alright. Well, we'll start from down here at the very bottom. And, oh, I guess I should probably tear everything out, huh? Let me start with that. Okay, so let's give this a shot here. Like I said, I think we're only going to make it 2 wide, and we'll start right here. Right? We want it to be kind of more... Yeah, we'll start... Oh, this is going to be a big project. We'll start here. Once we get out of the dirt, I think it should be fine. Get out of here, and then we'll come up like you. And then we'll have kind of a little corner here, too wide. And then from here we can start going up. So this will be a little bit easier. And it may not look exactly like the fungus does, since there's gonna be so much of it. Because like with the, if we could just do like, you know, a little bit like that, but still be able to get up and down, that kind of looks like fungusy. I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I think it actually looks kind of cool, and hopefully this turns out to be okay. So let me lay down everything that I have here as far as much as we got, and we'll come back and we'll take a look and see what it looks like. Yeah, that doesn't actually look too bad. It kind of pulls off that look a little bit. I think it'll be cool. We could add some like hanging lights and stuff from beneath it, and do some other neat stuff with maybe chisel and bits. I'm trying to avoid using a bunch of chisel and bits, but it kind of seems like we just always turn back to it. So hopefully we can figure something else out. If you guys got ideas about what we can do for different lighting stuff. What did I get from that thing? Lag spike. I don't know. Piece of dirt maybe? Those hairballs just give you all kinds of random stuff. This I'm not a huge fan of. It kind of takes up walk room around here. So maybe we can figure something else out for that, but why am I jumping? Stop. Thank you. Maybe if we just went up, and then it would still put a little bit of walk room here, which is not bad, I guess, but I'm not real sure. So we've got a lot left, and I may, oh excuse me, I had something in my throat. I may have enough here to do the whole tower, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up needing more, because this one is a little bit taller, and it took almost 2 stacks just to get from there to here, and this one I think is the shortest distance. So I don't know, we'll have to kind of figure it out, but I think it's starting to come along rather nice. So yeah, I'm just going to finish this up real quick, and then I'd like to maybe try to play around with some fairy lights, but we'll save that maybe for next episode. We'll see. Okay, so we ended up running out, but I got about a quarter of the way up to the very top platform up there, so maybe another stack or two. I'm gonna have to figure out where it spawns, or maybe borrow some from somebody so we can finish this off, but I think it actually looks pretty cool. So I think I may end up adding some of these supports underneath the middle block here, or something, just to kind of make it look a little bit nicer, a little bit neater. But I think it looks cool. It's a little weird, but I think it adds a little bit more depth to the center. I have buttons. I must have dropped these out of my inventory or something. I don't want them. But yeah, so it adds just a little bit more color to the whole area, and I think it looks kind of nice. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. But I think that's about gonna do it for us today. Are these worms, will they till soil? I don't think that they will. Do I have a hoe in here? I do. Let's go ahead and hoe that and put this back. There we go. I was noticing one of the cool things, I don't know what mod adds it. Where's my lily pad? It's gone. But yeah, I don't know what mod adds this feature, but it's actually kind of cool. So if we take all this wheat, let me come over here. Let's count cows for a second. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, right? So if we take 12 wheat, like so, and we come over here kind of in the middle, we toss that down on the ground. Look at it. They eat it. For the most part. I think a couple are too far away. But that's really handy, because it's a pain in the butt trying to get in here and breed these guys, because most of the time you can't reach the ones on the outside or anything like that. So it makes it a little bit nicer just to be able to toss the food in there and then everybody eats. It looked really cool when they were like super full. So like when these guys were like massively full over here. Are y'all breeding? Did you eat it? There's 2 more. Who wants it? But yeah, when it was like full to the rim, I could just basically toss a whole stack in there, and it was just like, wow, so many hearts. It was so cool. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 carrots. Have some carrots. I think the rest of them will walk over here eventually. and get the rest of them. Yeah, just breeding those up so I can make some more pizzas and stuff like that. But anyways, dudes, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. I know we didn't get a whole lot done. Well, actually we did. I just wasn't able to really record too much because it was all just like placing random blocks and searching for stone that I couldn't find. So yeah, we'll save some good stuff for next episode. I think next episode I want to work on some... I'd like to... Oh, I thought that was an Enderman for some reason. It kind of looked like an Enderman, doesn't it? I'd like to check out some of the other mods that we have available to us in this age, which is not much, but is one of the mods that we had available to us in the first age, in the wooden age. It's called Fairy Lights, and it actually adds some really, really cool stuff. So we may take a look at that next episode and do a little bit more building. I would like to maybe try to finish up the path before then, so I might work on that. And so we'll have something to show you next episode. But anyways, dudes, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go check out everybody else on the server, man. They're doing some really, really cool stuff, and I think you'll enjoy it. So make sure you go check them out. Tell them I said hi. But anyways, dudes, hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys very soon for another episode here on the FTOG server, all right? Thanks so much for watching. Peace.